test automation with SpecFlow. So first, what is SpecFlow? SpecFlow is a behavior-driven development tool for .NET. Who knows Cucumber? So SpecFlow is that, but for .NET. For the others, it uses a language called Gherkin, which is to describe the behavior of your application. You see here an example. Every test case is called a scenario with a name, and then you have a given part, a when part, and a then part. And it's like from the unit testing, the arrange, act, assert. So you do your arrange stuff in the given parts. Then in the when parts, you execute your actions you want to test. And in the then part, you do your assertions and look if the values are correct. Yeah. Each of them are called steps. And yeah, so this is one part. The other part is, so you can write this scenario, but how does the test knows what to do? For that, you have to write so-called bindings. So in this case, we have here a scenario, and here is the binding of this then step. Of the then step, I see the details of this talk. And here, this step has a table as argument, and when this test gets executed, we get this table here as a parameter, and with this data, we can then do our assertion. In this case, we're searching for some fields and test if the text is correct. Such bindings are globally, so you can reuse the different steps in other scenarios. And for the naming of the steps, you have nearly no limitations, except them from the Gherkin syntax. If you like more bindings written for your problem domain, like here, or more written like a little bit technical, like, and I click on button XYZ, and in field foo is the value bar, that's your decision, you can write as you like. The addition for SpecFlow, my company created a SpecFlow Plus. It's an optimized test runner for SpecFlow. One of the many features of that is that it supports different target environments. And with that feature, we can write the scenario once and create multiple tests for that. In this case, I create one test for Android, one for iOS, and one also for view model testing. And you can configure that for different devices. So when you have two Android devices, you can generate your two tests. How does the whole these two tools work in our test automation? So first we have here the SpecFlow Plus test runner, which executes the scenarios, which then execute the bindings. And the bindings itself, we have two ways to communicate with the app. For the UI stuff, we use Appium and the C# driver for that. And to get and set some state from the app, which is normally not available in the UI, we have additional test hooks where we can hook into the app and get the stuff direct. To finish again, summarizing the benefits, why we use that. So we like to formulate our tests in the problem domain of our customer, so that it's easier to discuss the problems with them, and it's easier for that because that's their wording they use every day and they can more think about the problem. We can reuse the steps, so when it's written once, new scenarios can be created rather easy, and this is where the tester comes in and the product manager who does. Yeah, we can write the scenario once and get it from multiple platforms. And so, as you see, you could also test faster against a few models and combine fast few model tests and rather slow UI tests. So.